trap is sprung.
Welcome back to the Terps of the Beast Coast. We're here in Michigan hanging out with Quinn, one of our judges. He just ran through the entries. How you doing today, Quinn?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me coming out today.
Nice, man. So I understand that you also do some type of edibles. What's the name of that company?
Blue Water Cannabis.
Nice. I see that there was a video on the social media Instagram where somebody's like dabbing the sauce because it's so heady. Yeah. What makes your sauce different from everybody else's sauces, Quinn?
Oh man, so we're really using right now we have our chef right now working with all of our sauces right now, and then we have a resin company that we're working with, Blue Water Concentrates.
Nice.
And they do all of our processing from washing to cooking, helping decarb, anything they need. We're using rosin right now, food grade rosin. Mm-hmm. And we love throwing it on different foods, trying to create a bunch of different products.
Nice. Yeah, so before we jump into the Resin Cup entries today, I just want to remember, if you guys like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I thank you for tuning in. So what'd you think of the entries? Which one you think was the best one for you?
I loved all the entries.
You loved all the entries? That's a good thing.
I loved all of them. My favorite, though, probably had to be this first one. Number one. It just has that funk to it and that look, I just love it.
Nice. So you're saying more on the earthy kind of humilian side? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that garlic, sweaty feet vibe.
Nice. And then which one was not the one that you favored the most?
Man, that's a hard question. Ooh, man, that's like telling me which one of my kids I don't like the most. Probably number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that said, what's your love about the resin, man? Why do you love hash so much?
Man, I love hash. Just the way it blows, the way it smokes, how it's solventless,
Right.
Made with water, ice, love, heat, a little bit of pressure,
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So as far as that goes, let's just jump into a little bit of Terp Nation question, and then we'll get into some Resin Cup questions. So as far as when it comes to cannabis, what's your top 3 flowers that you're enjoying right now?
Ooh, some of my favorites right now. Mm-hmm. We just took down a sour papaya that was really great.
Okay.
We also are working on a monkey berries right now from Exotic Genetics. That one's an awesome washer. It's got those super berry fruity terps.
Okay.
What's another one that I'm loving right now? We did an Icculus that's just grown by Killer Candy Man. That one was an ice cream cake times Oreos F1 by Third Coast Genetics. My man Killer Candy Man crushed that grow. It was awesome, creamy resin.
No worries. And what's the number 3 one?
Ooh, that number 3. We did a Pictured Rocks, grown by Killer Candy Man. That one was awesome. It was a Purple Punch times Oreos. The Purple Punch was super fruity on the inhale, and then that Oreos on the exhale was just kind of like that smack in the back of the head, heavy indica.
Nice. So when it comes to cultivation, how do you guys do it? Do you do it organically, or do you do it pretty much with salts?
Okay, yeah, so we have a cocoa garden that we run with Floraflex right now. That's our salt garden, and then right now we have a soil garden that's all organic. That one's going to be super sweet, because when I first learned how to grow, it was all organics and everything. And
right.
Like, when I was first learning, it probably wasn't like the best way to dive into it, even though I love the whole concept of organics. I eventually switched to salts, and then so it's fun being able to dive back into the whole organic soil grown no-till style.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So, with that said, when it comes to concentrate, is it solventless or solvent?
Solventless.
Nice.
Absolutely.
So, I understand that you do wash. When it comes to your micron bag, which is your favorite? Is it the 70, the 90, or the 120?
Yeah, man. I love that nice 120 to 70 right now.
Okay.
That's been my favorite, like, melty vibe.
Nice. It differs from every mash maker because some prefer 45 up to about the 150, 149U. Some prefer the 73 up to the the 90. And then it all depends, right? But what's your favorite strain that you're washing right now? Which one do you like?
Oh man, probably my favorite right now is probably monkey berries, and we actually run that one to the 159 to 45, and it's insane.
I could see there's some nice fat heads in there.
Fat heads in there, melty heads, and it's just like that super berry.
Nice. Yeah, so as you see earlier, we already ran through the information, but we're going to run through it again because the live didn't start on the video. We want to make sure that they were able to hear it. So 1 through 3, which one was your favorite again?
Ooh. This number 1 entry was my favorite. The way it looks is just super white and clear. It's got that super light color to it,
Nice.
Wet on the top, and then it's just got that funky smell, like sweaty feet vibes, like that.
And then I definitely know when I cracked it, I was like, ooh, I wonder what the judge is going to think of that one. What about the worst one? Well, not the worst, but which one did you?
Great.
I know they're all great. But which one is the one that you feel is this like that was a little bit more on the bottom per se?
If I had to do them 1 by 3, I'd probably say 3.
Okay. And what's the terp on that one that is coming through?
On entry 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Entry 3, I don't know. It was just like a little darker. I get like creamy vibes on it. Was it pulled early? We don't know. We don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't smell like it's fully there.
Gotcha. So
that's why I asked if it was pulled early,
at the end of the day, they do give me a little information as far as how it's done, but I normally kind of keep that behind the curtain.
You got to.
Because I want you guys just to dive in based on what the appearance is and what is the effect that you feel once you go through it again. But overall, you said all the entries were great, and
great.
One that you particularly like was the first one. So as far as what you're doing right now, what's the best way we can connect to you socially?
Just hit me up on Instagram, man. We have a pretty good team that responds to people. We have an awesome community of people around us that would all love to just help everyone around us, So
nice.
Reach out to us on Instagram, social media.
Nice. All right, man. Well, thank you again for tuning with us. As I mentioned before, I don't have any sponsors, but if you like what you checked out, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and we will continue this. I have another judge coming in later, so hang tight. Make sure you got the notification up. This one here. Yeah.
So hard to pick. I'm not even gonna.
My boy does that shit to me all the time.
So we're back. We got our second judge right now, Phantom Fire Genetics. He just went through the entries. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for coming out to Resin Cup and being a judge for me today. So overall, what'd you think of the entries?
I thought they were all actually excellent.
Nice. So let's get into some Terp Nation questions before we jump into the entries. When it comes to flowers, what's your top 3 flowers that you're enjoying right now?
Always OG Kush, number 1. I'm still hooked on that Sunset Sherbet.
Nice.
And really just that funky, I still enjoy GMO.
Nice.
And Gorilla Blues.
There you go. I mean, nothing wrong with something that's a classic and that's good for you overall. So when it comes to concentrates, what do you prefer? Do you like solvent or solventless?
Solventless.
Nice, nice. And then when we come to growing, which one are you doing? Are we doing organic or salt-based?
Organic.
Organic? Okay, okay. That's great, man. So let's jump into a little bit more about yourself. Do you make hash currently?
I do.
Nice. And what's your favorite bag when it comes to pulling? What are you, 90, 70, 120?
You just basically said all three of them.
Those are your favorite altogether?
Yeah.
Yeah? No particular one, though? Like, which one shines out the most for you?
Usually I like the 7.
You like the 70? Nice. Yeah, man, I always ask all hash makers what's their favorite bag to pull because, at the end of the day, I'm more like a 90 guy sometimes, maybe 120. I used to be a 70 guy, but now that I'm able to look at the heads and everything in more details, it's like I want to capture more heads, less stock in a sense, right?
Sure.
Because the flavor is just what I chase. But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with, whatever anyone prefers. It's just, I always got to ask, what is it the one that you look at? Because there's always a bag where you're like, the 220, that's trash. 180, you're like, okay, we're almost there.
Yeah.
150, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Ooh, okay, it's about to get real greasy.
Yeah.
And then you finally get to the 120, you're just like, damn, that looks good. And then you get the 90, you're like, damn, that even looks more good. So I appreciate you, running through that with me today.
My 73.
This is your 7390?
Yeah.
Oh, and here we go.
Raspberry cough.
Oh, I can smell the raspberry in there. Definitely a more berry kind of flavor. Nice. That sounds really good, man. Thank you for letting me take a whip of that. So, running through the entries, what was your favorite?
Overall, would be number 3.
Earlier with the Frenchie out there. Yeah.
Okay, and then what else was that?
It was actually unassuming. The smell was more, I thought of like a GMO-ish, but the flavor was more complex and more fruity.
Nice. And then which one was your least favorite?
It would have been entry number 1. I believe that was just a straight GMO. Mm-hmm. Maybe last year that would have been one of the top favorites, but this year it's straight GMOs kind of played out. Gotcha.
All right, man. So in regards to, hash itself, why is it that you like making hash, man?
Well, I'm actually a 2-cup winner for solventless Jack Herer Cup in Las Vegas.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I guess it's the whole process, being able to start it off as a seed and turning it into hash is just it's just really rewarding to me.
Nice.
And going through all the process, really.
Nice. All right. So in regards to you coming out here, did you expect the entries to be what they were, or?
No, I've judged many cups in the past, and High Times cups. I really had to weed through a lot of entries and really discard ones that I wouldn't even want to put into my lungs.
Wow.
They might have passed tests, but they were just terrible.
Right.
These were actually really good entries.
Nice, man. Thank you. I one thing we've noticed with the Resin Cup is the heart that's behind the entries where everybody put in. It's not something where they're just throwing it out. There's something where they believe like this is the one for me that can, capture that one spot. Because when it comes to Resin Cup, there's only one winner. There is no second or third.
Right.
So yeah, man. As far as I go, you want to share your social media links if people want to connect with you as a genetic company?
Yeah, it'd be at Phantom Fire Genetics. I answer any DMs, so if anybody has any growing questions or any questions about our breeding, I have no problem with answering.
Thank you so much for coming on, man. All right,
Thank
man.
you.
I know you got to get back to work out there, but
Appreciate you, man.
appreciate you coming through. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.